What's up, everyone? It's good to see you guys again. I'm still with you today. So let's get started. Corona counts.
2,777 COVID deaths and more than 200,000 COVID infections. Right now, 100,000 Americans are hospitalized with the virus.
Total deaths in America, 527,726.
Today, I'm going to teach you how to read big numbers. It's not difficult actually. In fact, you will be able to read these numbers by the end of this video. Let's start with the easy numbers. Can you read these numbers? Repeat after me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pretty easy, huh?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Let's try reading these two-digit numbers. What number is this? 37. What about this one? 64. And this number? 22. Now we're going to move on to three-digit numbers. Look at this number here. To read this number, start with the first digit, as it's the 100th digit. So 200. After 200, you must put the conjunction and. 200 and. Then simply say the last two-digit numbers. 64. This number is 264. Try reading these numbers by yourself. 837. It starts to get a little trickier when the number have 4 digits. Let's say we have this 4-digit number. We can break this into two parts. This part and this part. When we see a comma, we say the word thousand. Thousand.
Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years.
Look at this number here. Remember, break this number into two parts. Read the first number and then the comma 1,000. So 3,000. 3,000. Then simply say the last three-digit numbers. 287. This number is 3,287. Time to practice more. How do you read this number? 6,925. Very good. If you can understand everything so far and you can do it yourself, the rest will be very easy. Now, let's try 5-digit numbers.
I spent 10,000 hours and 10,000 more.
Break this number into two parts. This part and this part. And when we see a comma, we say what word? Thousand. So you read the number in this part first. 53. And the comma, 1,000. 53,000. And then you read this part. 287. So we read this number like this. 53,287. What about this number? Remember, read this part, 1,000, and this part. 86,341. Did you get it right? I think right now you can do 6-digit numbers. Let me say this again. We can break this number into two parts. This part and this part. And if you see the comma, you know what to say. 1,000. So you read this part first. 659. And then the name of the comma, 1,000. So 659,000. And then this part, 432. So you can read this number like this. 659,432. Can you read this number? This part, 1,000, and this part, 915,060. 7 digits and more. Way to go, guys, way to go. When you have 7 digits and more, it means that you will have one more comma. So we have 1,000, and the next one we have million. Million. Now look at this number. To read this number, you have to read this part first, and then million. So 61 million. Then you read this part and 1,000. So 915,000. Then you read this part and 60. So you can read this number like this. 61,915,060. Can you read this number? Remember, read this part, million, this part, 1,000, and this part. 223,701,099. What about this number?
A few moments later.
928,643,300. Now, let's look at the big numbers I showed you at the start. Can you read the coronavirus cases here? You can read this number like this. 157,523,016. Next is the number of the death. This number can be read 3,283,179. That's a lot. And the number of recovered patients, 134,777,684. When you see a big number, you got to divide a big number into groups of 3 starting at the end. Then you give the name of the comma. We have 1,000 and million. And this time, I am sure that you can read bigger and bigger numbers.
I wanna be a billionaire so bad. Buy all of the things I never had. I wanna be on the cover of Forbes magazine, smiling next to Oprah and the Queen.